fired.
And Sharon, I'll tell you, we wanted to dig deep into this subject of so-called extreme road rage. Are guns the problem, or do people simply need to learn self-control behind the wheel?
The only motive we know right now, unless the investigation tells us something else, is going to be road rage. They were angry.
Is it worth it to get engaged with a driver who you don't know has a gun or not? Do you want to eat tonight? Do you want to go home tonight? That becomes the question.
Those are the kinds of moments many of us face every day, navigating what seems like a never-ending cluster of cars Atlanta is famous for. Sooner or later, you're cut off or flipped off.
As we're driving around the car, that we got all sorts of little incidences that are happening. Almost everybody sees something every day, you know, that they don't like.
We're riding with anger management specialist Richard Taylor. He tells us people voluntarily come into his office every day to deal with their own road rage issues. And he's also seen recent reports on CBS 46 documenting the ever-rising episodes of angry people on the road, specifically angry people with guns.
They snap, you know, and so they're losing their conscious ability to be reasonable, and they just focus on the one person. That's the big debate we have in the nation over access to guns.
Taylor explains stress and anger play major roles in rage situations. Add a gun or another weapon to the mix, and it's an extreme case, one that typically comes along with criminal charges. Take this incident back in early October.
Drawing a firearm, in just about every case, should be an absolute last resort. And it seems like that was this guy's first resort.
A motorcyclist is caught pointing a gun at a car in Coweta County during an alleged road rage issue. No shots were fired here, but in other cases, there were more violent endings.
And she had a baby in her hand, and she ran up to the officer, and by that time, a gentleman got out. He didn't have a shirt on, and he was bleeding up in here.
Not even children are exempt from an angry driver's aggression. In April, a baby was shot in the foot in what police determined was a dispute on the road in DeKalb County. And most recently, a woman was shot as she drove her Corvette along Stone Mountain Parkway. DeKalb investigators say she gestured to the car behind her to go around. That's when the other person got angry and opened fire. So how do you prevent or avoid road rage? Well, it can no doubt be difficult, but professionals suggest that you not retaliate or react to any of the drivers on the road. And yes, that includes hand gestures. And getting out of your car and angrily approaching someone should never be an option. And most of all, if you know you're someone who gets easily upset while on the road, it's best to leave your gun not in the car, but at home.
Get the gun out of the car. Don't carry the gun.
And here's another note. Atlanta drivers are ranked the second most discourteous in the nation, so the odds of having an issue on the road here is even greater than elsewhere. And we also looked at state law for carrying guns in the car. And unless you're prohibited from having a gun in the first place, carrying in the car is not illegal and can be done without a permit. Also, it doesn't have to be unloaded or even in a lockbox. So in short, the smart thing to do is just zone out the distractions and drive safely. Julian Johnson, CBS 46 News.
That's some great advice. Thanks, Julian. And here is just how prevalent road rage has become. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and Auto Advantage Auto Club says 37% of aggressive driving incidents now involve a firearm. And over a 7-year period, 218 murders and more than 12,000 injuries were blamed on road rage.
Tonight at 11, CBS 46 News looks at the most violent generation, 18 to 34-year-olds. Why are they so dangerous, and what can be done to stop that violence? Mike Dunstan has that report tonight at 11. And if you have missed any of our reports on the gunfight, you can check them out online at CBS46.com and on our mobile app. You can also give us your take on the gun debate through our social media channels.